Remember we said the cervical sprain strain, the lumbar sprain strain doesn't give an impairment? Well, because there's no impairment, the doctor cannot give an impairment index. Matter of fact, if you're getting anything from your doctors right now suggesting impairment indexes that with activities of daily living after an injury, and they did not give an impairment, that's totally incongruent. And any decent attorney is going to be able to make that look like what it is, which is it can't happen. You can't give an impairment index when there's no impairment. But a lot of doctors don't realize this, and so they'll still write something about, something about activities of daily living. And a lot of times they don't even use the impairment indexes. So how does this impact the financial injury award? Well, number one, that's number 3, loss of enjoyment of lifetime activities. Number 4 is duties under duress. So those are the top 4 injury diagnosis. So if you got 2/3 of them will not have a disc injury. So if your doctor's putting cervical sprain strain, you've got the worst diagnosis, but there's a lot of potential in that diagnosis, and I'm going to show you that in just a second. Next, you have no impairment with that diagnosis, and because you have no impairment, you can't give impairment indexes that affect activities of daily living, which takes us to number 5, the 5th category of financial injury award, the prognosis and need for future care. And a lot of times that's the largest of the 4 injury awards, the prognosis and need for future care. Especially if it's a younger person, they're going to need care for a much longer period of time. So how does cervical sprain strain affect prognosis and future care? It doesn't. There's nothing there. Again, you can only have a prognosis and need for future care if there's an impairment. So if you got the cervical sprain strain, you got no impairment, you've eliminated that injury award. You can't have an impairment index, and you can't have a prognosis and need for future care. So what's the attorney stuck with? The attorney's stuck with a low ball offer 68% of the time. And that's what's going on. That's what I'm seeing out there everywhere across the nation. That's what's going on. And it doesn't have to be that way, and this is why. I'm going to go into exactly the solution right now.